Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy J Rob back at it again with another video. And today we gonna be talking about my admissions process. Now, let's get it started to where I first started, looking at colleges. When I really started looking at colleges, I was in like 10th grade, I was pretty amped. I was like, I can't wait till I get into college. High school is already boring. I could not wait. So one school I looked at was the University of California, Los Angeles. That's UCLA for short. And when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, 36% admissions rate. I could probably crack that. Then as I got older, that dream started to go. Yeah, it just disappeared. Okay, it just disappeared. But then I found another school in my 11th grade year, and that was the University of California, Santa Barbara, another UC school. And Santa Barbara, right by the beach, they got a lagoon. They got a lagoon, fam. A lagoon? How many schools you know with a lagoon? Come on, come on. Now, I'm not kids. Kids, do not make your decision based on a lagoon. Don't. But I'm just saying, that's pretty cool. All right, that's pretty cool. So that was one school I looked at. Also, since I really wanted to go to California and stay close to LA, I looked at UC Irvine. The anteaters. That school got mad Asians. Like, if you look at the statistics, damn, son. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it's amazing. But if I would have went there, I would have been with mad Asians, honestly. That's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying, it's crazy. Also, another school was UC Riverside, but I remember asking after my 10th grade year to this girl about UC Riverside, and she is like, oh, it's ratchet. I'm like, damn. Everybody say UC Riverside to UC Ratchet. Like, even in YouTube videos, people call it UC Ratchet. I'm like, is it that bad? Damn. Didn't think it was that bad. Also, another California school that I was looking at during my early years is probably like Northridge and Fullerton. Those were the other ones. So, obviously, from this standpoint, you guys already know I wanted to major in film. So, I was looking at schools in California. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. Yeah, but then once I got into the 11th grade, I started getting like emails and letters from the school called Quinnipiac. Now, Quinnipiac is in Connecticut. The tuition is a lot of money. So, when I first looked at it, I'm like, one, what's a Quinnipiac? Two, that's a lot of money. Three, you guys might not realize it, but color schemes in colleges really, really mess with your mind. Because when I saw their colors, I immediately threw a red flag. I don't even know why I do that. Like, if I see a logo that has red in it, I'm like, yo, that's dope. But if I see some like navy blue and some like piss yellow, I'm like, ew, that's nasty. And navy blue and piss yellow is the colors of Quinnipiac, So, yeah, that's why I had that initial thought. But it's a great school, nevertheless. So that was another school that was rising above my ranks. So if I had to give you a list of the school during my 11th grade year, UC Santa Barbara was number 1. UNC Wilmington was number 2. I believe Irvine was number 3. Probably Riverside number 4, and then the CSUs after that. I wasn't looking at Quinnipiac and all that at that time. But then, in my 11th grade, this summer that just passed, I thought about it in my mind. I'm like, maybe I might need to apply to some regional schools, Don't want to get caught up in all the bad stuff and if I don't get accepted there, I won't have nothing to fall back on. So I did look at some regional schools in Connecticut that had film. Sacred Heart, one of them. Quinnipiac, already said it. Fairfield, their tuition is crazy, and I'm not going to spoil the surprise for what they did. And also University of Hartford. So that was another school in Connecticut. I also looked at Pace. I looked at Rider as well. And SUNY Oswego. So those were some regional schools I had to put on my list. Also, for the West Coast schools, I did add Loyola Marymount University and Long Beach State. But I had a realization. I had a realization the beginning of my senior year this September, and I just told myself, you're not going to California. You cannot do that. Like I used to always want to go to California, always wanted to do it, and then I realized it's not gonna happen. And I took all the California schools off my list, so I pushed all that to the side, and UNC Wilmington immediately became the number one. I mean, UNC Wilmington's still a great school, and it was still one of the schools I really wanted to go to, so that wasn't a problem at all. So after UNC Wilmington, my list was basically looking like UNC Wilmington number one, Quinnipiac number two, number three was like Sacred Heart, number four was probably like Fairfield, and then the other ones, all the other regional schools too. But I did add another southern school, and that was the University of Tampa, but I did not end up applying. So now we're going to get into the list of schools that I applied to. I applied to UNC Wilmington, I applied to the University of Hartford, the Quinnipiac University, Fairfield University, and Sacred Heart University, and Pace University. So that's six. Now, on my original list when I wrote it, I had like 15 colleges. That's a lot of money. Cause one, you gotta pay for the application. Two, if they don't give you a waiver, I mean, not if they don't give you a waiver. I mean, some schools do give you a waiver. University of Hartford gave me a waiver, probably because my grades. I don't know. They probably gave everybody a waiver. But yeah, you gotta pay for it if they don't give you a waiver. Also, remember this, kids. You also gotta pay to send your grades. Sometimes they're not always gonna give you a waiver for sending your grades in. But one time it did work for me, because I remember I told the ACT guys, I'm like, hey, I picked Quinnipiac to get my score sent to, but you guys didn't send them. I pressed save, but it wasn't there. They're like, you know what, we're just gonna send to them. I was like, oh, did I? So it's like that. I could just call you. Oh, I was like, wow. But honestly, it would have cost me like $12. But still, that's $12. $12. That's still bread though. Okay, so 6 schools, man. I can actually give you the order that I have those 6 schools in. Basically, it was UNC Wilmington number 1, Quinnipiac number 2, Sacred Heart number 3, Fairfield number 4, Hartford number 5, and it was Pace number 6. So basically, how I was looking at it was, I thought my grades weren't the best. Well, I thought my grades were pretty damn good, but I didn't think they were gonna get me into every school. I thought Fairfield was probably gonna reject me at first. So basically, Fairfield was a reach. UNC Wilmington was like a target / reach. It was like on that cusp, kinda. Quinnipiac was definitely a target. Sacred Heart was a target. University of Hartford was a safety, and Pace was a safety. And Pace University was my first acceptance. I was amped. I was like, my first college acceptance, boy. I was like, hey, I was amped. And then a week later, I get two in the same day, 2 days before Christmas. Quinnipiac University and University of Hartford. And I was feeling myself. I was feeling myself. I couldn't believe it. All my hard work paid off. I didn't think that my ACT score was that great. I got a 23. I didn't think my SAT was that great. I got a 1610. Now, a lot of you guys are taking a new SAT. Like, how you get a 1610 if you can only get a 1600? Listen, it was the one out of 2400. So don't get a little confused. But if you want to know my score out of 1600, mine was basically a 1080, which isn't that great. But still, I still got into good schools, all right? So after that, January 27th, I received an email saying, Jordan Robinson, congratulations on your acceptance, and you are invited to our preview day. And I'm like, I got accepted. This was from the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Kids, also remember this. Put your right address, okay? So basically, for my address, we're going to use a fake name like Malcolm. So if my street is named Malcolm Street and my address is 24 Malcolm Street, it's actually 24 North Malcolm Street. That's not the real name, but I'm just giving you an example. So what I did, I put 24 North Street. Don't do that. See, because 3 colleges sent it to the right address, but 2 of them didn't. So I mean, it's it's crazy how that worked out. So when I first got accepted by UNC Wilmington, I'm like, uh, y'all playing pranks? Y'all playing pranks? I thought it was too good to be true, yo. This is my dream school. I thought it was too good to be true. So I called them up and like, yes, you got accepted. We just gotta send it to your address. So hit us up with your right address. Hit them up with the right address. I got the acceptance letter. But I also forgot to leave out a part. My first ever admission decision was from Fairfield University, my REACH school, and they deferred me into the regular admission pool. Now, if you don't know what that means, that basically means if you applied early action, they were like, hey, you're kind of good, bro, but we're gonna put you with the regular admission kids because we just want to make sure you're good, bro. Okay, so they did that. All right, so I had to wait till April 2nd to get that decision, and then after that, I believe Sacred Heart accepted me. I mean, I knew it was gonna get accepted by them. Like, I'm not trying to be like, I knew it was gonna get accepted, fam, because I'm not trying to be cocky, but but they didn't give me a lot of money. I was kind of tight. So they immediately dropped in my rankings, and Fairfield also dropped in my rankings, and University of Hartford worked their way up because they offered me a good amount of money. So after that, Quinnipiac offered me they did offer me an okay amount of money, all right, but it was my number 2 school. So basically after that, find out April 1st, Fairfield deferred me. I'm like, I mean, I didn't care what I got. If they rejected me, I would have been, I mean, not deferred, they waitlisted me. I wouldn't have cared if I got rejected because I knew I was going to UNC Wilmington either way, baby. But still, like, damn, son, you put a dude on a wait list. But the crazy thing is, though, I thought I was gonna get rejected. And I got waitlisted. That was balling. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was balling. Honestly, this admissions process has been absolutely crazy. I know a lot of seniors have not gotten accepted into their dream schools. And I have friends that got like rejected by 5. But basically, you gotta remember, stay in your lane. Like, I hate to be rude, but like sometimes you gotta stay in your league, okay? Cause listen, my grade point average weighted is like a 3.96. I'm around that. It's a 4.0 weighted. Unweighted is like a 3.3. What do I look like trying to apply to Harvard, Yale? I don't. It doesn't look smart. It doesn't make sense. So stop. I know this might sound bad, but you gotta be smart because you're about to be an adult, okay? Stop shooting for the stars, man. Okay, I did one REACH school and I got waitlisted. Now, it wasn't a super REACH. It was still a REACH school. It's a REACH school that has a 72 acceptance rate. So it was a REACH school, but I had a pretty good chance, all right? And also, don't think the school's easy to get into just because it has a high acceptance rate because, listen, man, okay, just because Fairfield has a 72 acceptance rate doesn't mean you'll get in with a 1300 on your SAT. And when I say 1300, I mean 1300 out of 2400, not a 1300 out of 1600, because that's pretty damn impressive. So you guys, don't apply to schools you know damn well you have no business applying to. Because one of my friends, he didn't get a great score, yet he applied to the University of Miami. When I saw the University of Miami's average SAT grades, I was like, no. Because I was like, no. And a lot of those California schools I was talking about earlier, like UC Santa Barbara and Irvine, I looked at their average grades and I'm like, it's looking kind of slow for me. One school, the only UC that I thought I had a good chance was Riverside. But you know how people talk a lot of crap about Riverside, man. And those California schools, I can't visit them. I would have to go in blind because that's 3,000 miles away. Why would I spend $800+ just to visit the school and come back? Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching this long ass video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.